Well, it's Peter Schiff. It is Thursday, November 5th, 2009. I want to make a special announcement on the money bomb that we're doing today. Some of you may or may not know the new SchiffForSenate.com website went down last night at about 11:30. It finally came back on board around 10 a.m. this morning, so we missed a lot of the money bomb. The reason it is down is because it was under attack. You know, this is not the first time this has happened. The website came under attack and was down for several days a month or so ago. Obviously, this is a deliberate effort on somebody's part to undermine our fundraising. They knew when the money bomb was scheduled, and they started the attack just before midnight last night when the money bomb was set to go off, and of course people weren't necessarily around, the technicians, to work on it. So they are certainly interfering with our efforts, but they will not stop them. So I encourage everybody, if you went to the site earlier, please go back again. Let's try to donate, and let's show whoever is trying to undermine my candidacy that it's not going to work, that we're still going to raise money, and we're still going to fight on. And I also noticed, too, that the number of people who had volunteered for the campaign was quite a bit fewer than I had thought. So if you haven't already volunteered, even if you're not donating any more money, but you do have some free time, please go to the website and sign up to be a volunteer. But, you know, today I'm reminded of just how important it is that I go to the U.S. Senate. You know, just when you think the government can't do anything more stupid, they go ahead and surprise you and do something even stupider. Today, Fannie Mae announced a new program, deed for lease, where if you're in a house and you're underwater and you're in foreclosure and you can't make your payments and you can't qualify for modification, meaning you're so much underwater that you can't even qualify for one of the modifications, Fannie will allow you to surrender the deed, and they will lease you back the property for a year at market rents. What an incredibly stupid idea. Whoever thought about this, this really goes beyond reason. Now, obviously, if you're somebody now who lives in a house and you're struggling to make your payment, you should certainly immediately stop. I mean, why would anybody make their payments? You can stop paying. Who knows how long the foreclosure process is going to take, 6 months or a year. And then at the end of it, the government will simply lease you back your house for a year. And of course, the rents, as I know as a renter, are much, much lower than the mortgage payment. So if you get to stay in your house as a tenant, it's a lot cheaper than being there as a homeowner. And of course, the minute you become a tenant, you no longer have to pay the property taxes. And all of a sudden, you can take care of all the maintenance problems. So if you're living in a house and your roof is leaking, your air conditioning doesn't work, your sink is backed up, your washing machine's on the fritz, you've got all kinds of problems, relax, because the government landlord will take care of it for you. All you have to do is stop making your mortgage payment. Then at some point, the government will agree to become your landlord, give you a low rent on the property, and the minute they're your landlord, you can force them to make all these repairs. This program is going to cost the government a fortune. They are going to become the biggest owner of rental property in the country. You know, Fannie Mae already owns better than 60,000 homes that have been foreclosed, but which they refuse to sell because they don't want to suppress the market. Meanwhile, by holding on to this inventory and fooling the market, we're still building new homes. The GDP numbers that we got last quarter, one of the biggest factors in the gain in GDP was residential home construction. We wouldn't be constructing all these homes if Fannie had these other homes on the market. But we're sending these false signals. We're building even more homes, which means, you know, a year from now, home prices are going to be lower, not higher, because there's going to be a bigger glut. See, the whole reason that the government is doing this is they're trying to keep houses off the market, and they're praying that for some miracle, houses are more valuable in the future than they are today. Why should they be? They'll be less valuable. This is a joke. In the meantime, the government, as the landlord, is going to be burdened with all of the property taxes and all of the maintenance on houses that have been in disrepair. Who knows how long some of these underwater homeowners have neglected making routine maintenance. This is going to be a nightmare for the U.S. government when it becomes the landlord of these properties, and all the money that they're going to have to spend fixing them up. And of course, at the end of the year lease, what are they going to do then? Are they going to put the properties on the market then? Probably not. They'll just extend the lease. They'll renew them. And there's no way they're going to be able to sell these properties as investment properties. Who would buy them because the rents would be so low relative to what they would have to pay, unless, of course, they slash prices, which is what the government is refusing to do. What we need to do is face reality. The government should not go into the landlord property management business. The government should sell these houses. If they can't sell the houses, it's only because their prices are too high. If they lower the prices, they will find buyers. Maybe the people who live there will buy them. More likely, investors will buy them. They'll be in charge of the maintenance. They might lease the properties back to the existing tenants. Who knows? But we need private market solutions for this. The more the government gets involved, the bigger the housing crisis is going to become. You've got these bigger moral hazards that the government is creating. And this is the stupidest of all the programs, and I think far more people than the government realizes are going to take advantage of this. This is a get-out-of-jail-free card for people who overpaid for houses, who extracted too much extra equity from their homes, who are living in homes that have run down and that are in need of repair, to unload all your maintenance and all your property taxes and all your headaches on the U.S. government, on the American taxpayer, and get a sweetheart deal in the rental market. Anyway, that's a special update today. Again, remind everybody, be persistent, go to SchiffForSenate.com and make your contribution to the money bomb, to my campaign, to put a stop to this insanity before it's too late. Oh, and before I forget, I will be appearing later today on the Glenn Beck program. The host is going to be Judge Napolitano. Glenn's off for the day, but I'm going to be on at the top of the hour. The show goes on at 5 p.m. Eastern. I believe that would be 2 p.m. Pacific time. So make sure and tune in and donate. Thanks a lot.